Perfect. There we are. Okay. Let's get this started. Wow, I almost made a mistake. That would have been a pain. Okay, let's switch on to the show. Welcome to TDD.Academy. I'm your host, Lancer Kind. I'm here with solopreneur David Kuntz.
How you doing, Lance?
I'm doing good.
What's new this week?
Oh, man. After last week's show, my hair's on fire.
Hair's on fire? Your hair's on fire. Who set your hair on fire?
Well, we did. It was really tough. We had to we stopped doing TDD last week because I couldn't figure out how to test drive some of that. But I've had some time to think about it. I had time to sit in my corner for a while.
Were you relegated to the corner?
Nothing like a little corner time to work on your design philosophies.
Had to sit in a corner until you could TDD your way out.
Right.
Huh?
So I got two ideas. One I started. I'm halfway there, and maybe we can finish it and then look at it. And then I have a probably I think it's an even better one. I don't know why the best ideas don't just jump out you. It always takes a few ideas to get there.
Why don't they come first instead of last?
Well, I'm even convinced there's a third better idea out there. That there's probably a functional way using composition to do this, but I didn't want to do any Googling yet before the show, so I didn't try to come up with yet another way.
Okay, set the stage for us. What are we trying to do?
Wow. Before we go there, can we talk about my Stack Overflow impediment?
You have a problem with Stack Overflow?
It's working great.
Stack overflowed all on
Remember
the floor?
last week, I also, in the show, we with my fingers, or maybe it was you driving, posted a topic in Stack Overflow. And the problem was...
And you answered it yourself.
No, I didn't answer. Okay, so you're right. There was one I answered and the one I just don't know. And I thought, you know what? I'm not even going to research it. I'm going to let somebody else figure it out for me and tell me on Stack Overflow. So there's some things that are like hard, like I'm hitting a wall and I have to solve it to get going. But this one, I could live without it. It's this problem here. When I go to app, I'm doing it. Okay. Whoops, I better switch over to the IDE so the folks at home can see. So if I go to app and come on, context menu, activate. What's going on here? It's coming. Okay, so when I go to run tests in my app, it's kind of like I'm in the way there. If I click on it, it says no tasks available. And I go, what? And so I asked Stack Overflow, the nice folks in Stack Overflow, hey, is anyone, how do you make this work? And let's take a look. If we go into...
Oh, okay. There's going to be an answer there, I'm sure.
Somebody posted an answer. I haven't tried it yet. So it's going to be live on the show, folks. And then we'll go back to our TDD hair on fire problem. Okay, so let's see here. Question I asked. Android Studio. Wow, how do I find it now? Answers. Question. Don't make me try to find it in my tabs. Okay, so let's look it up. Let's see.
You could always search for it, yeah.
Arctic Fox, run all tests. How? Something like that. There we are. So there's that beautiful giant screenshot.
Well explained problem. Okay.
And we have an answer. And if this answer works, I am obligated to probably check box it and vote it up.
Yeah.
So there's some promising tips here from...
I have the same problem.
I'm getting rescued by... Check this out, folks. The Long Ranger. Thanks, Long Ranger.
Oh, the Long Ranger, not the
Lone
Ranger.
It's a little bit of a...
There's a difference.
Totally.
Yeah. Here in Texas, the Lone Ranger, pretty popular
I suppose. Maybe the Long Ranger is too.
Maybe so. Yeah.
It's like a stretched Ranger car or something like that. Okay, he says he has the same problem. I even created a Hello World project in the option in your screenshots. He tried it, didn't work for him. He says that there must be some change in the text test configuration with Gradle test runner in 4.3. And currently, the following is a workaround, he says. So he says select a test class, like he has here, and then right-click on it in order to right-click to run it with the Gradle test runner, and then go in and edit the run configuration, add in the -- tests something.com in the current configuration to run all tests. Might have a problem because I'm not sure if I have I don't know if I'm .com, number one, and number two, I think I might be screwing around with the default. Oh, we'll figure it out. Might have, we'll get it in there. All right, so let's.
Well, that's the path. That's the Java path thing into all your tests, right?
Well, the package looks like the package searching is what it's doing.
Yeah.
So let's run that test because we were going to do that anyhow. Run SSN text watcher test. All right. If I hit run, I can go. Let's confirm that it's a suitable test runner. Ooh. All right. Now this one, you notice it didn't work that well. It says test events not received. So, sigh.
Build failed in 7 seconds. What's that about?
Yeah, I was in the middle of something here. Let's see this.
Failure to
Watch
build.
control stub. How am I going to comment all this out? Okay, let's do this.
Extend the line down one.
Let's see here. This is the code we'll end up working in soon. And everything looks peachy. And let's see what happens. All right, I see one test is running. I really meant to run them all.
Uh-huh.
Oh, it does run them all. Still a bit of a psych out there. Okay, cool. I got that one that's failing that I was just working on, and I got the one that skipped. Okay, cool. So that looks suitable. Let's see if we can edit the run configuration now. Edit configurations. Let's find out, folks. Let's see if the Long Ranger has our figured out for us. Okay, so there's this, and then there's this. Okay, I buy that. But I'm going to call this Gradle project. All right, I guess I won't mess with that quite yet. I'll do exactly what he told me to do, which is add -- tests com star. Okay. So in theory, that's going to.
So you need a com dot
Yeah,
star.
in theory, that should like run everything out there.
Yeah.
And hopefully all my packages start with com. I'm not 100% sure on that. Now, if I run it again, we should see that test and I think one more. Oh, I didn't do the run all test, so okay. Try that in a moment. That's a little weird. I'm not sure how that's supposed to work for the run all tests.
Well, I didn't understand the difference between run all and run one.
Okay, it did run them both because I added that searchy thing in there. So it found the environment tests. So now what I really wanted to make work is this. So I don't know how these two things are going to connect, but let's see. Run tests in blah, blah, blah. No tasks available. Okay, so that's the workaround. I guess he's saying, don't know how to make the context menu work, but if you want to run all your tests, here is a workaround. So that's a fair workaround.
Okay.
And, oh, look, thanks, Long Ranger. I'll try your answer out live today during today's TDD episode 36, TDD.Academy.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay, so sweet. I think I can vote that one up. I don't know if I can call that a solution. It solved your problem or was the most helpful. Well, it's the first one. It is the most helpful, technically.
It's so far it's the most
I think I'm
helpful.
going to wait on this one because the question is,
Okay.
get this out of the way. Yeah, I know, man. Run all tests to
Yeah.
work. So it's
How do
not
we
quite
know?
an answer, but Long Ranger, thank you for the workaround, because that is true. Okay, so my next suggestion is, folks, is if you actually use this workaround, we should rename that configuration because it doesn't really make sense to name it. Its name doesn't match its responsibility. So let's go back here and call this, yeah.
Run all.
Okay. And that should tidy up that little quirk. And then if I hit play, boom. So there you go, folks. If you get stuck, check out Stack Overflow and you don't find an answer, go post the question. If you figure out the answer later, go back there and post the answer. Sweet. Now, back to my hair's on fire.
Why is your hair on fire, Lance?
Well, let's see what's going on in our code. I'm not sure even the state of our code base. So I'm going to do a manual test, and then I'll complain about my hair. Oops,
Okay.
did I run? I don't think I clicked the right thing.
You click something. That
Yeah,
was
I think I
green.
reran the tests. Which look like they're slower than launching the simulator now, David. Let's find out.
way. The simulator in Arctic Fox is that fast?
Yeah, I don't know why our unit tests are that slow, to be honest. It's I don't know if it's the roboelectric stuff or what it is.
It's always a mystery until you learn what's better.
Okay, boom, whoops. Yep, that's the test running. I don't know what my ID is trying to do. Executing, Gradle build finish. It's still telling me about the test run. Yeah, it may have ignored it. I'm gonna hit play. Go run the app.
Okay, so you're running the app in the simulator now
Yep.
on a Pixel. Okay.
There it is, done. That is
This whole
way
app's
faster
gonna
than the,
run
oh, it isn't
on
actually done.
1 pixel.
We didn't see our hello Davy. Hello Davy, there it is. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
that's like 2 or 3 times faster than the unit tests.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
And where is this
there it
famed
is. Typing right
simulation?
Okay. Hello, first fragment. We should probably TDD that one away sometime. So 1, 2, 3, dash. Works beautiful. Now what started to get
Awesome.
my hair on fire actually started with this, is Booleans that are toggling and they're inside the method. So I have a method, multiple lines, and then when this line executes, we need to put something on the front of it and something in behind it to turn on and off some Booleans. And TDD in that haven't figured out a way, so my hair's on fire. Now if I hit delete, okay, so I put the fix in without TDD. All right, that's where we left last week's show. It was hair on fire because we didn't do it with TDD. So now how do we do it with TDD?
Okay.
So, wow, I gotta get this out of the way. Yeah,
Last time I remember something about there's a delete function and it takes certain parameters, and we were using it, and then we had a major problem because we used it wrong.
yeah, we had the parameters wrong.
Did you figure that out?
Yeah, we have a learning test
Yeah.
for that, and we solved it because, how do I say this?
You
Well, we
had to
we
learn
used
it.
the learning test to like make clear what it was. So we put in the parameters we want to delete, 2, 4. So 0, 1, 2, 4. 2 to 4 will delete the 3 and the dash, just like the test says. So we solved that towards
Okay.
the end of the day last show, but we couldn't, and that we could do with TDD, but what we couldn't do with TDD was we keep having to add these bloody Booleans, okay? Now you're not seeing Booleans now, you're seeing something else in here today because I already started working on this. Not completely in love with this design, but I think we're going to get testable. So let's see if we can. Sometimes something new, you don't like it. It's like, ew, but you just try it out. And if it makes you testable, that solves a lot of problems. And then after a while, you think about it, it's okay, you know. or you even improve it a little bit more.
You'll understand it more.
Right. Yeah. So we get thrown out by new ideas, even when yeah. So what this is this is the Boolean. It's stored now in a class. Why is it stored in a class? Because then we can swap in a spy. Ooh. So now what it's doing is text watcher action state. All right. This is the state of this text watcher. Maybe it's maybe that needs a better name, but that's what it's at right now. Set is adding dash. And we put true and we're adding the dash. Okay. After the dash is added, then we set it to false. And folks, if you don't remember why this needs to happen, is because every time we call something like an append, the Android system is going to call one of those events again, and it's going to call onText change again, and then we'll end up calling ourselves
back in
forever
here again in recursively.
Yeah. So we have to have these in here. But TDD in it was problematic. Okay. The other thing is set is deleting. Here's the other one. So I started using this new pattern where I could put in a spy with the goal of when this function is executed in this context for this code, I should be able to tell that true was called before append and then that false was called. And this class, it's just a wrapper for Booleans, but it's got them packaged up in one class. So there's the is deleting dash here and is adding dash here. And this fancy, the constructor up at the top has it initializes them when you create one by default.
Default values.
All right. And so what does all this buy me? Well, it lets me override the API. It gives me an API. It decouples me from the primitives, the Booleans, and the Boolean. We're always obsessed with primitives, and we can put in.
I like my primitives.
Primitives are great people, but they shouldn't be in your code. So now we can override these functions, and we basically have a whole class whose responsibility now is to set and get Booleans. I'm annoyed that I have to go through that because I feel like, well, I got to invent a whole new class. But if you're going to do if you're going to do Android development, you're probably going to need to do this a little bit. And this might be a pattern you do a lot. So this might actually solve not just our problem right here, but this might be a repetitive issue in a lot of people's untested Android code. So let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can test drive something with it, because the fix is in there right now and it wasn't test driven. So let's take that fix out if you don't mind.
Oh, okay.
Because it is using, by the way, it's all the refactoring to this text watcher action state is all done. It's all in there. But we should take out some of these. We should take our fix out and see if we can test drive it. This is the one. So if I take this code back off, that says, hey, text watcher state is deleting dash. If it's equal to false, I can enter this function. Okay. And this code is here because what happens is when you have 1, 2, 3 dash, when you delete the dash, this if is fired. This if happens. It sets is deleting dash to true. It deletes the dash and the 3, 1, 2, 3 dash.
No.
It does the right thing. But then because it called delete, it's editing again. And so iOS will call all of these events again, and it'll get the onText change. OnText change will come in here, and it says, oh, your cursor position is now 2. You're not adding a dash, so let me add a dash for you. And it adds a dash over the top of our empty spot. So you get 1, 2 dash. But if we put this functionality back in there, it will keep it from adding the dash. Okay, so let's see what we got here.
So you just commented out that guard statement there.
If we want it, let's demonstrate number one, that the functionality is not working. So if I go back to run the app,
Yeah.
1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000, 15, 1,000, 16. Oops. Wow. Okay, 26 seconds. Oh, 27, 28, 29, 30.
You're getting faster. Your clock gets faster as you
Yeah,
wait.
I think I started out slow, to be honest. So yeah, that's less than a minute, but it's more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a slow launch
Yeah.
for some reason too. I don't know why. Maybe because I was counting
Okay.
out loud and having to breathe. All right, so 1, 2,
Yeah.
3 correctly adds the dash. And then if I delete the dash,
1, 2, 3. Got a dash.
we're going to see 1, 2 dash. And it's like, oh, boo hiss.
Okay. Oh.
All right, so let's see
Okay.
if adding that class allows us to do the right thing about and. And, oh, I've just realized something. I bet that it isn't, I'm not sure I'm really, okay, I'm not solving the right problem here. So that thing I just commented out, that could have been tested without worrying about the Booleans. It requires the Booleans to be there, but that's testable without the Booleans. I think I needed the Booleans for something else. Okay, so I'm not quite solving the problem I wanted to solve. So anyways, let's throw that aside and let's figure out how to test drive the functionality so we can get this bloody thing working before we get caught up on a technicality. So the tests, let's run the unit test. Now my unit test runner, I probably need to make a new one. Yeah. Stop that. So, what am I looking for here? I gotta open this up, I gotta go to my unit test, and I gotta make a new run configuration by launching it. Java. Gotta go in those Java folders. I get a kick out of that. Never would have dreamed Kotlin would have a Java folder.
Yeah. That bothers me a lot. But
Yeah, it's like, how many years is that going to be around?
yeah, forever. So I'm lost as to what configuration you're having to make when we have tests running in.
Okay, so technically I don't need to make, let's see, how do I say this? I could have just scrolled into here, I think. Might have been a little more efficient, and then hit this button to execute it. And that would still make a run configuration. Every time you execute anything, it's going to make a run configuration up here. I had one previously, but remember I edited it to so it turned into the run all tests. I could have just ran the run all tests. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I didn't. So that could have worked as well. So yeah, the test is not passing. And this is the one here. And notice it says 1, 2, expected without a dash, but has a dash. Okay? So, okay. So I'm catching up on something. I think I was working on this before the show. I'm trying to get this test. When I put in the fix, I don't think this functionality will pass. So I have a testing problem. Dave's going, great. This is one of those hard ones again. Let's see here. So here's the test. Oh, we can get rid of this text interface. I'm convinced now that we don't need it anymore. So we can do some more cleaning. Lance, implement a spy
Okay.
for below. Okay, that's what I started doing. So this is the watcher controls stub right now. It's not a spy. It's just, I just instantiated it and I passed it in. So it's injected in place of the default one. So I have a reference to it if I care to. Spannable string builder. This sets up our 123 dash. We call, like the Android system will do, it's after text change is called at least once. Then it gets to this on text change. Now, in this case, cursor position is 0, 1, 2, 3. So because the dash is there. So the cursor's at right there, right to the right of 3. And it's going to, when the user hits backspace, it's going to want to delete the dash. And then we assert that this part is probably a little less valuable because it isn't about the results. So I'm just going to do that. Because the functionality, I'm not sure that this needs any spies. This particular test, as is, and maybe I'll discover I didn't need any of these damn spies, but we'll find out here. I know there's a problem out there. So 1, 2, I expect to get a 1, 2, and I'm not getting a 1, 2, right? That's the crux of the matter.
Yeah.
And the test failed because of it. And now I'm going to show you something that's going to make you sad because we got to figure out why it's not passing. So if I go back here, and you saw earlier that if I turn this code on, the Android runtime in the simulator is all happy. But I'm afraid this test will fail because this was one of the mysteries I noticed before the show. Okay, so in theory, or not in theory, you observed earlier that will make the Android simulator happy.
Fail. Yeah.
But it won't, the test, well, let's see if the test passes. That's
Okay.
rerun.
Yeah, now that we said Arctic Fox is so fast, it's not being as fast.
That's the
as it
unit
was.
test, bro. Remember, so the Arctic Fox, my hypothesis is actually slower unit tests because they're using Gradle to run the unit tests. It's, oh, I'm going to make a political joke. It's like the Chinese Communist Party, David. They give you something with one hand and they take it away with the other hand. This happened when I went to college in China. I studied Mandarin. They would say, oh, guess what, everybody? You're going to get a week of vacation off. Oh, great. We're going to get a week off for a spring festival. However, you got to go to school about like 2 weekends in a row so that you can make up for the days that you're going to be off. It's like, okay, I see what it is. You're going to make us work overtime so you can give us a day off. That's
Wow. How nice
I
of
know. And that's how the school system always works there. It's like, what? And they don't choose. That's all like the federal level seems to run the show for everything. So you don't even know when the festival is until about a month or 2 months in advance. And that's weird. You can't like plan your vacation ahead because you don't know when it is. Nobody knows until the government says, this is when the festival will be. Oh, and then crazy. Or, most school calendars are figured out a year in advance.
Yeah.
All right.
So our test failed because it saw 1, 2 dash because we only deleted one character, not the 2 characters.
Oh, maybe you figured it out, David. I needed your brains. Okay, so 2, 3. You don't think this got called? Because that's 2, 3. So that's from 0, 1, 2. That should be 3 and the dash.
I don't think you understand this function, or I don't understand this function, but that deletes one character. 2, 3 deletes one character.
Let's take a look here. Let's look at our learning test. 1, 2, 3 dash. Oh, that does say 2, 4. What the heck, Batman? 1, 2, 3, dash. That's our scenario, right? And then when we
Yeah.
delete 2, 4, it deletes 1, 2.
It deletes,
It deletes two characters, just like you said. Huh, okay.
Yeah.
So why is it working in real world simulator? There must be something fishy. Okay, so you're saying this should be 2, 4, right?
I think that'll make the test pass.
That'll make the test pass. We'll see if everything is happy after that. That's a mystery. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Interesting. Why would I? Okay. I think we'll have a Stack Overflow. I think we did this last week. Because when I hit the backspace button, I deleted the dash. And now the software just needs to delete the 3. But the test will pass because, yeah, I'm pretty sure this will crash our simulator. But we'll find out quickly because it runs fast.
I didn't see the results
the test.
of this test.
Well, okay,
So-
shoot. I thought it passed, but I kind of glossed that one. I was already convinced somehow. Oh, I guess I ran it again. I didn't run the simulator. All right, on. All right, what's going on now?
Oh,
Is this a different test failing?
is it?
I think it might be. User deletes the dash, phone deletes the character before dash. Okay, that actually makes sense. But okay, let's double tap this. Which one is this? All right, this one here. Okay, yeah, I think that's a different test. So I'll revert that change so we can make sure we doing what we think we're doing here. Oops, not that. Okay, so 2, 3. I'll run the test. I wonder if I put the unit test runner in the simulator, if it'll run the tests faster. Okay. So now, this one, which was failing after I made that change, is now passing. Phone deletes character before dash. But this other one, on text change, the process of deleting a dash. I might have test overlap too. So I don't know why I need both those tests. On text change, user deletes the dash, phone deletes the character before the dash. So I'm having some conflict here about which test I should be working on. Okay, so this is supposed to be testing what? If I look at the name of the test, it says the process of deleting a dash. How is that different than this one? User deletes the dash, the phone deletes the character before the dash. I think we wrote this test because we had to be clear on that context. So I'm going to say that we need to pick one of those 2 tests and delete one of them. And this one's passing now, but it shouldn't be. Okay, that's kind of one of the problems. Now, okay, let's look at this test for a while. Is that all right? All right, so on text change, user deletes the dash, the phone deletes the character for the dash. This seems like a fairly clear proposition. So it's got 1, 2, 3. It sets up some context. It's like simulating, it lets the phone add the dash. So this is where phone adds dash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it did it here. And then the act is user deletes the dash. So the user deletes 3, 4, 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. That's the dash. Okay, 3, 4. And then assert equals, double check us that we got it right. And you go, yeah, we got it right. Dash deleted on the phone. So this is the user deleting the dash. Then on text change, we will tell the phone, let the phone take control. Cursor position 3, 0, 1, 2. Why? I think cursor position is different than element. I don't know. We might have to go look at our runtime output to see if this is the right number. And then replace 1. So it's going to replace, because that's what the user did. They deleted the 3. Oh, the dash, I mean, so that's why it's 3. So the cursor position 0, 1, 2, 3. That's where the dash is. No, I'm confused. If the dash is deleted on the phone, then this is not right. This should be 2. That's what I think is the problem.
But what are we trying? What is that line trying to do? On text change.
What I think it should be doing is it's going to trigger the, hey, can this code get rid of the 3 automatically after the dash is removed? Because here there is a dash. User deletes dash, so there's no dash now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then it simulates the act by saying that cursor position is 3, because that's where the dash was. Oh, a number character replaced was 1. And we're calling on text changed. So the only question I have is it should have the dash or not going into there. And I guess I need to run the simulator and inspect that. Okay, let's take a look. Because I have a couple. Are you hearing that? I've got a.
What? No, I'm not.
Some
hearing
YouTube
anything.
thing is, or something's making noise. Oh, I know what that is. All right. Yeah, I'm a little puzzled by this. So we have to make sure we're simulating this right. We want to simulate the act of the user deleting the dash. And I need to double check that 1, 2, 3 is what's going in here so that this does the right thing for that input. Does that make sense?
No, but I'm following.
It's not, it's, here, let me hit run and see what happens. Because I want to make sure that this test is doing is setting up the conditions right. And I'm not convinced. It might be,
Okay.
it might not be. I'm confused. I don't remember clearly. I have to run it. And so I'm going to type into the IDE. I'm going to type into the simulator 1, 2, 3 dash. And then I'm going to look at what this thing outputs for cursor position, number replaced. Well, this will be 0, number replaced. Cursor position should be 3. Then when I hit the backspace, on text change should say what those characters are. 1, 2, 3, with or without the dash. I've forgotten. And then the cursor position, I think, will still be 3. I think this is still correct too, but I think it's here where I'm not sure we're doing the right thing. I know this test is passing, but I don't think it might not be spec'd correctly. Okay, so there's Davey. Come on. Okay, now we have the dash there, and it says, I guess we'll leave it over here. On text change, characters in text edit is 1, 2, 3 dash, cursor position 3, and I haven't hit the backspace yet. So now, when I hit the backspace, I'm going to hit clear on this. Clear all. Yeah. Shit. Did I close my IDE too? Or did I close my simulator? No. Okay. So when I hit the backspace, I want to see what on text change is getting for input. Okay. So now, before text change is 1, 2, 3 dash. Cursor position 3. It's going to replace 1. On text change, Okay, it deletes the dash. So on text change means the user got his way, it deleted it. Cursor position is 3, number of characters replaced 3. All right, well, it seems to be it's spec'd right. And then after text change. All right, cool. Now, yeah, okay, the test is all passing, it's all happy. So what's the problem then? Do I have a problem?
Well, what's the next line down in your output there? Text characters 1, 2, cursor position on. So it's an on text change.
What, this line?
I don't know. I scroll all the way up. Okay, no, the previous line.
Oh, before text change.
There we get a 1, 2, 3
Again?
cursor position 2.
And the reason why is because on text change, so somebody hit the dash, on text change is called, on text change is going to go into, what am I in? Am I in the unit test here? I need to go into this. It's going to go into position 3, character replace. It's going to go into this code here, and it's going to delete something. And that act of deleting it during on text change is going to cause another text change. So line 40, when it calls line 40, it's going to cause another text change. So that's where this before happens. It's go, oh, you're deleting something. Okay, here's your 1, 2, 3. Cursor positions now 2, because we deleted the 3, but we don't know it yet because it's on the before. And then on text change says, oh, yeah, you deleted the 3. Cursor position 2, blah, blah, blah. And then after text change shows the aftermath.
All right.
Let's look up here. So this is with the code working. So my question then is this code tested? So it looks like my test is spec'd correctly. This other test, I'm not so sure. I'm gonna hit ignore on it because I don't know why I have that other test anymore. This happens, folks. Let's see here. Where is the tests? Where's my list of tests? Well, I guess I'll go back to this. I can't pull up the test runner. Kind of miss being able to do that. Oh, maybe structure, favorites, build variables, to do, problems, profile. Huh, yeah, I don't know how to call, I don't think it caches the test runner UI. All right, so let me just run the tests then. They're gonna all pass except for one, and the one that's ignored. Rerun app, oh, okay. So this is all in the context of this now. Run all tests, do it. I have to go back to see if I have a problem or not, where I need to use that spy, because if everything works, maybe if this is much ado about nothing. Learn, delete. Okay. Yeah, so this well-named one does everything correctly. This one, I probably don't need because I don't know what it's doing, so I'm just going to delete it. On text change, the process of deleting the dash. Didn't I already do that with the other test?
It seems like you have. I don't.
It happens. Done. Okay. Now, if I run the tests, I'll have an ignored test, and then I need to talk about whether I need to even worry about spying or not. If we can see if things work by side effect, I don't need spies, and maybe I didn't get that last week. I'm not sure. It's what happens when your hair catches on fire.
Hair on fire. It's a bad thing.
Oh, but it's a good look. All those flames shooting off.
The yellow did work for you. I think that's your color.
Yeah, we should probably show the audience what we're talking about. Is photos. There it is, folks. Episode 7, Hair on Fire.
Nice look, isn't
This is
it?
how crazy, when you run a show, folks, you're willing to put your hair on fire so you can take a quick photo, just like this. That's dedication.
Yeah, that is. I'll bet that hurt the forehead a little bit.
They have cream. A little moisturizer makes it all better. Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm hunting for a problem that I probably don't have, and up to a point. And I think when I go to the ignored, I'm gonna run the app, make super duper sure that everything's all good, and then let's do some cleaning up. Let's get rid of some things, and I think there's gonna be a need for spying somewhere in there, or not, because I have this test that's ignored. And that usually is a sign of like, oh, I don't know what to do here, so I ignored it. Okay, so let's take a look here if we're ready to check in code. How to test if call recursively. So this was ignored, okay. We have our learning test. Phone adds dash. And this one's got a lot of commented out stuff. What's going on here? Adding dash is true for third number. Oh yeah, that's where I was actually inspecting these. Oh yeah, I have an assert. There's no asserts in this one. That's probably one of the ones that wants to like.
It'll pass.
So probably ought to look at that one. I'm gonna mark it ignore as well, since it's pretty much not doing anything useful. Okay, and then what else do we got cooking? Is this okay? Yeah, looks like it's. Using the watcher is adding dash. I'm surprised that works. Oh, from the action state. Adding dash is false for second number. So 1, 2. It's going to check the state of those, of this. Expects that is adding dash is false. Why am I'm confused because it's not using the API. It's using a property, so I'm not sure how that even can compile. Text watcher. How is it able to do that when these are private variables? What's going on here? Text watcher action state. Yeah, go ahead. Text watcher action. Oh, it didn't go where I wanted to go.
Is adding dash. I'm not sure where you're bouncing around and stuff. So trying to figure out where you are.
No, okay. Here, I'm going to put the pointer here, and I'm going to say, David, help me with this. How is this working? And
you think is adding dash is a private
right.
variable. So put your cursor over is adding dash and say go to that place.
These beautiful hands are all tired out. Why don't you let's search,
right.
Do some bouncing around on your side this time. It'll be easier.
All right. Let me see.
If you hold down the butterfly key and you can click on it, it turns into a hyperlink if you get out of that, and then you just hold on there you go. And then if you hold on there you go. So it's taking you to the is adding dash variable class text watcher action state. So it's being passed in as an argument to the constructor. Does that make it public somewhere too? And I didn't know that. Possible.
Is adding dash here. There's an underscore in front of this, which is different. Is a different name than the one without an underscore, is my guess. I'm not a Java Kotlin guy, but I think that's two different
variables. You're right. I think it implicitly makes a property when you use this syntax. I think that's what's happening, because otherwise I don't know how it can find it. So that means it's not doing the right thing. So, damn it, what am I going to do here? So I either need to change the design so it doesn't do this, which is probably the right answer, or I change the test, but just changing the test is hiding the problem.
Are you wanting to call the get accessor there? Mm-hmm.
Didn't do it right. Not quite. Okay, so it'll be interesting if this test will pass because it's not running the right way. Because now I got problems there. I'm not encapsulating what I thought I was encapsulating. Oh my gosh, these unit tests are slow.
I'm guessing that that was
Okay.
a code completion mistake somehow.
Yeah, but no, okay, so there's been some changes
when you
here.
were writing it.
But no, it really there is is adding dash it's accessible. I think it's implicitly creating those because of how that thing is constructed. So I think I need to change this because I don't want it to be making shadow variables. So I think you have to create, boy, let's see if I can do this Kotlin. All right, I'm going to make a new class here and test something out. Class.
Test. Oh, good name. Good name.
And then in here we're going to have I don't know if I have to do public. Yeah, probably. Public. Oops. Okay. Can I do that? What's it saying? Expecting member declaration.
Are you wanting an emitter?
Maybe. Is that what it is?
I don't know Kotlin, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, let's go look at some examples. I already have some code. Let's go look at the SSN field. So it's all used up here. Okay. All right, I'm going to do a Google. Kotlin constructor. I don't know what double bracket initialization is. All right, so they have something here. And look, he went and declared name separately. Okay, that's a different thing. Use normal constructors as well. Class blah. Oh, you type out the word constructor. Okay, I think I want to do that because I don't want shadow variables. That's not helping me. I don't know if that's.
Okay, I don't know where you're.
That's what that.
I've lost the intent.
I'm trying to.
Okay.
These can't be here because if they're here, it's unless I'm misunderstanding something here. The act of using this type of declaration automatically turns those into properties. And I don't want to. If they're going to be. All right, this is a little bit of a long walk. But if I'm ever going to use this class, this whole class's purpose was to create spies, and I can't spy on public properties. I got to have them behind an interface. So
okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm sitting here at a loss for Kotlin's logic. Why do you have an underscore there in the first place? Why not just get rid of the underscore and do private var self dot is deleting dash is a boolean and is read from the parameter name is deleting
Let's
dash.
try that. That's another strategy. I don't know. You wanted to give it a shot?
Sure. I would do private PRI. I would try to type private var
Is deleting. Oh, you're not going to do is deleting? I thought you were telling me you could hide is deleting dash, make it private by putting a private on it. But you just don't like the underbar?
Make
Is
it
that the
private.
problem?
Yes, I don't like the
Okay.
underbar, which creates a whole nother variable.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can't put in a dot because
Oh no, it happened again?
I can't do dots.
It happened again, David. You're telling me we have a pot
Yeah.
bug? Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
You know, because earlier I was pairing with somebody else, he couldn't hit equals, so there's something not quite right in the state of Denmark. Do you want to just give it a shot? Go turn it to draw mode and then flick it back to...
Oh God, that means you think I can find that pop interface thing. I don't know how
It
to
might
get
be
the pop
docked.
window.
I always
open.
dock it because I don't want to show it to show up in the middle of the show.
Oh, I don't know how to make it pop up. Focus start window. What's that mean? Here's one. Here's a window. No, that's the start menu. It doesn't have the little thing on it. Window, focus meeting window. Don't see it.
What happens if I do it? Oh. Yeah, you found it, by the way. That's yours.
That's
Yeah.
mine. And you're saying
Yep.
click off of
And
it
now
and
it'll all
click
work.
back on it.
That was their...
And now I'll be able to get my dot in there. Yeah, it says.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
look,
we know how to
there's a
work with
dot
this
in
tool
there.
now.
Oh, wow. Okay, move this little window over here. I'm going to need you later. Go to my other screen.
That's weird. It worked last week. It's like, I wonder if the bug got
It
worked
won't
back
go
in.
to its other screen. Yeah, I
Snap.
don't know.
How many minutes in is this? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, okay. I don't think self is a keyword. But this is.
This. Okay, yeah. The and then the comparable thing.
I'm not sure
for
it's
the
going to
other
work. You see,
one.
it's not liking the compiler doesn't like it. So my hypothesis is you can't change the scope of is deleting dash once you use it as a constructor in that class line. It's going to use it. It's going to be a public property. And when you do it this, you're being super clear. It's like, I really want you to be private. And it's going like, I don't really think, you can't declare me public and then later private.
Oh. Okay, I don't know enough Kotlin to know how you do. What's the idiom in Kotlin for making a private parameter?
Well, unless we can say private up here, I believe
Is
the
it-
idiom is don't do this.
Parameters can't be private.
Oh, maybe we can do that.
Is that
Well, maybe we discovered another thing by just trying something. Okay. All right, let me, we don't need this.
get rid of
We
that
might need this
line.
back, but we don't know yet.
You probably don't need those.
Well, oh yeah, you're right. Right. Okay.
You've got
We're gonna have some
underscores
compilation
now.
problems though. So let me test this out by having the compilation bug go away by doing this. And then I know we're going to get rid of those if this works. So now if I go to the test, I shouldn't be able to hit is deleting dash, right? That's how we're going to find out. Is deleting dash in the test. So if I go get the dot, you just put private in there. Okay. All the Kotlin old hands are going like, of course, you fools. But yes.
Read the manual.
This isn't the same as Java, folks. We didn't know. Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, good idea, David. You got rid of it.
back to
You want to
your-
go ahead, fix it up. Get rid of those.
I have no idea where we were. Are you saying we
Yes.
were in here?
You can delete
we were
those
trying to
babies,
get
but
rid
you
of
got to
these-
fix the.
I'm going to try the refactor.
Oh, smart man. I think you want to continue because
I have no idea what it
It's
was doing, but
just
it threw a this in front of my deleting.
that's okay, right? That's what you were typing earlier. I think it's Shift F6. It's okay.
Ooh.
I think if you type it, it'll come out. Hit enter.
Are there-
I think. Oh,
I think I did.
yeah. And then maybe you can just delete those babies.
Okay. So I got them renamed.
Yeah.
Is that
Yep.
correct?
I think you can delete 51 and
And
52.
now you think these are not even needed. And you think that's going to compile and
Yeah.
run.
Well, actually,
What
our
is
test
this
will
thing
probably
that
have other
we're-
complaints because I
we're
don't
in?
think we've updated all the call sites to not do the
Okay.
to use the API.
Okay, you think something's wrong in the test somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm expecting the IDE to tell me verbosely
Yeah,
somehow.
maybe if you just run the test, I guess. Is that what you want to do?
Well, I hit save.
It's got a red underline
I
under
hit what I think is a run.
SSN test. I got to move this little box.
Oh, thank you.
I'm going to dock it. Okay. That's where it's going to be waiting for you.
Okay.
So there's a red thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's one. There's a few in there.
So we're going to need
Get.
to
Just put get in front of it.
refactor
And
this.
make it a method call.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and refactor it.
I don't know that you can.
Yeah, refactor
Well, this will be quite
rename.
interesting if you can do that. Because you're talking about refactoring broken code. And then see what happens. Oh, you want to put parentheses on the end of that.
Oh, yeah.
You were close. I would just keep renaming it to put with, but with parentheses. If rename lets you do that, I don't know.
Oops.
Hit enter, see what happens. I don't know what'll happen.
Well, they're not where I want them.
But it's
I
got
don't know what kind of characters are in
yeah,
there.
it's got icons and stuff. I don't know. Hit enter, see what it does. Boom.
Okay.
Um,
And it put a new line there,
yeah, I don't know.
and then a squiggly
It's not happy for some reason.
brace after.
Git is.
It's very unhappy.
I don't know why it is though.
I'm gonna do undo. Oh, it lost a paren.
Oh, that's why.
It lost one paren. I'm gonna see if I can do this again properly now. Refactor. F6 is what I should be remembering.
I don't think it works on my computer. Well, actually, it does. I tried that one.
Oh, and you get the other paren algebraically, so don't type it.
Okay.
And then hit return.
It quotes it.
Oh,
Anyways, it was worth a try. I don't know why it quoted it.
it wanted the whole thing to be a string for some
Yeah,
reason.
I don't know.
Okay, so if I do that, it's red now. Should it be red? It should
I don't
not
know.
be
Click
red.
off of it and see. Oh, there it is. Get is adding dash. So it says it's I can't see it for some reason. Get is adding dash. Why? That looks right to me. I'd go back to the. I don't know. I'd go back to the dot and type it in again and let the auto. You know what I mean? The auto. Yeah,
Autocompleter
make that do it.
do it for me, because doing a refactor was the wrong way to
It just
do it.
didn't work, man. I don't know. It's worth a try. Crazier things have happened.
Dot.
Worked today.
Dot,
Ah,
dot,
snap.
dot.
That's because I touched the mouse earlier, right? And
Did you
remember
touch
I
it?
I docked it.
Okay, and so I'm supposed to be
Undock
able
it.
to
Just
find it
hover
in
in
the
the dock. You
dock
should
that
be
I
right there in
can't
the dock
find.
on the right-hand side. Or well, yeah, your dock's I think on the left-hand side. Now that I think about it, it's
My, yeah, my dock is in a different place than your dock. Um, but you're thinking now I have control, and there it is. Git is adding dash. Is that
yeah,
the
it
right
is.
one?
It's weird. It shows parenthesis though. I don't know what that's about.
I'm hitting.
Something
I'm hitting all kinds of
is
stuff.
wrong. Well, it's
No!
okay. Delete it and then. So there's something going on. Did you see what it told you? Here, I'll drive. I'm gonna mess you up. There it is.
What happened there?
Refactoring.
Really?
I guess it's just doesn't quite.
Oh.
You've found it. Not only are you fighting bugs in Pop, but you're fighting bugs in Studio too.
Okay.
Good job, David. We could.
How about that? Okay, now I'm lost. Where do we want to go
Yeah.
back to?
Now this will
Conquer?
probably work the right way. You can Git is.
Oh, but I'm like I'm burnt on refactoring. Refactoring is gone, is dead to me now.
Don't be one of those people. Come on. It's software. It'll change next week.
It'll change next week. Okay. I think that one might work, and we're going to try and go down to the next one. And we're going to try it the old-fashioned way.
You won't even use the command complete. It's like we might as well whip out the VI editor now, folks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay,
I think
is that
all the
all of
bugs, all the compile errors are gone. So
Okay. Okay. So we've done some text editing. Should we run our
Yeah.
test again? Is this all test or not
I don't know.
all test? I have no idea
I'm
what
not sure
it's
either.
doing.
It looks like it's running one test. Yeah.
Test events
just-
were not
it's-
received.
Go up. You go up. Sorry, I can't talk. Yeah, you're doing the right thing. Up there in the context, go higher though. You got to change it. Change that to something else, something familiar, like the run all or.
Okay. Change it to run all and then hit
Yes.
run. It's a two-step operation.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, when you're driving, it doesn't. I
I'm
don't
so
notice
smooth,
that it's
David.
a two-step
Yes.
operation.
Yes, I'm so
You're
smooth. I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I set the bar
That's what
high. there.
happens when your hair's on fire. You
don't have time to mess around.
Okay.
What?
I don't know what's
What?
going on.
It didn't
It
work.
doesn't seem to
All
be
right,
running.
I'm gonna mess with it. What? Because I don't know what
Okay.
to say. That should have worked, but that's what I would say. That should have worked. All right, I'm not going to do the same thing you just did again because that didn't work. Even though it should have. I'm going to go to the stupid test, and I'm going to scroll to the stupid top of the stupid test because I'm getting cranky now. Getting cranky. And hit this button. This is the other way to do it.
And this is the play all.
Yeah.
Run the whole class.
So all the other things you did should have worked too. I don't know what's going on.
No events received.
Wow. Okay. So that's interesting.
We need to mail an
Something
event in.
is in a bad state. And how do we get it out of a bad state? If I go to app. Okay. So this is an Arctic Foxism. I have seen this before. I don't know the easy workaround. Probably restarting the IDE would work. It's making me sad. Here, I'm going to run the simulator because it's fast. Oh, there's a build failure. That might be.
It's got those dashes
Oh
in
shoot!
there.
That might be the. Maybe that's the side effect. Maybe that's why it couldn't run the tests, but it couldn't communicate to us. Because it's just. Yeah.
It's just going, who would write such garbage code?
Oh, I don't think it's a judgmental Arctic Fox. I think it's just a.
Quote
Just doesn't know how
things
to
around.
communicate. All right, so if it compiles, I believe all those things you did earlier will work now. If it doesn't compile, I think it'll still give us a weird like issue.
All right, I forgot what we were testing.
Oh, well, we were refactoring to the. We discovered that we have shadow, unintentional shadow variables in that state class, the
Yes.
text watcher.
We were trying to get rid of the
Yeah.
shadows.
And that was good. I'm glad you saw that because that's a bug waiting to happen, even if it hadn't jumped on me yet. So, okay, cool. There it is. We have 2 ignored and we have a failure though. Oh, let's see what that's about. Watcher dot.
So,
Oh, this can't be false. Needs to say something.
it needs a
Something.
get.
Yeah, what's the. Let's
Get
see what it's
after it.
testing. Adding dash is false for a second number. Okay, so let's get adding dash. Wow, it's funny it compiled too because you would think it wouldn't even compile because it's not a Boolean type. Anyways, did I say adding or is it deleting?
I think it's
Yep.
adding.
Okay, let's run it. Run it.
All right, you did something to get all the tests running again. I
Oh.
have no idea what you did.
The same thing you did, except now it was compiling. That was why it worked.
Except you did it.
No,
and it
no,
worked?
it's because it wasn't compiling. It was, and unfortunately, it gives you a terrible error message, which is no whatever events found or something.
No events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have guessed that there was a compile error, except something you did or pointed at, and I go, oh, it's not compiling. All right, well, I think it's getting close to wrap-up time. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out what conclusions we can reach. So I'm trying to think of what we can do to wrap. We haven't gotten to the point where I'm
Okay.
actually doing anything useful with Booleans, and I got it I put the infrastructure in. Sorry, I'm not scrolling in the right class. How do I do this? Yeah, that one. So I put this infrastructure into the watcher to do spying, but we haven't done any coding we don't have any tests right now that require spying. And that's a good thing. If you don't have any tests that require spying, that's awesome. Unfortunately, I think I might have tests that require spying. It's just that they're hiding from me right now because they got disabled in the past. So I'm going to do a little bit of an OCD move here, fix that. There. Make them, they're simple one-liners. May as well make them look like simple one-liners. Now, let's go look at these ignores and see what we can do some cleaning. All right, this ignore says, on text change, adding dash is true for third number.
That sounds
Okay.
like the thing we
Yeah,
actually
you type
want.
in 3 numbers and adding dash should be true. So it's got 3 numbers. Yeah, we got one of those classic don't have a test there, and so let's see if we can find out how to make this work. All right, so if we look at our code, that's under test. Where are you at? Code under test. Here it is. When it hits 3 numbers, its cursor position will be 3. Oops. 0, 1, 2. Its position will be 2. And it's not already trying to add a dash. And it's not trying to delete a dash. Then go in here and do some work. And it says set adding dash is true. Append something, and then set adding dash is false. Okay, so
In this thread, it's true and then false.
yeah,
Almost immediately afterwards in this thread. But there's other threads that are going on.
right.
Right?
Agree 100%. So here's the trick. The question is, this is leading me to a question. Now the question is, does line 32 and line 34, do they have a test that covers that they're there. Because if they do, we don't need to add another test. We don't need to worry about watchers. But if it isn't true, then we need to add it. We need to figure that out. So what do we do if we don't know if something's covered by test or not?
We could comment it out.
Let's do it. Want to do the honors? Do some, inject a bug there. Take them both out.
Inject a
Take them both
bug
out.
by
Yeah.
doing this.
Because folks, we know we have to have those lines in there because if we run this in the simulator, we're going to crash. But the unit test is single-threaded, simple environment, and so it doesn't know it needs those things unless we spec it in the test. So, or we have a situation that as a side effect, it requires it, and I don't think we do. So, can you run the test now? You can, if you go down to yeah, you got it. Man, these tests just got to run faster, though. This is so disappointing. Makes me want to go back to Java.
Oh no! Don't do it, no man. Don't do
Okay,
it.
so nothing failed, right?
Nothing
Yeah, so
failed.
there's our case for why we need to do something. All right, so I have a goal that today we're going to stick with this design, and then next week I think there's a better design and a way to handle this, but we'll stick with this design. So we need to let's use our ability to spy and check that set is adding dash is called when we call this function. So that test that we just uncommented, I think we uncommented it. Yes, it's not failing. Let's set it up so that test will fail if set is adding dash true and set is adding dash false is not called. That means we need to use our spy.
Okay.
So if you go back to the test, if you can find that one. And that's this one. Okay, cool, because it's cert equals is commented out. So we have to set up a spy first. So if you scroll up a little bit to the range area and make a, let me see. I'm trying to figure out, can I type a little bit? I don't know how to verbally tell you. I can't actually even remember the name. Somehow, magically, if I touch the keyboard, I'll remember. At least that's the theory. Okay.
Yeah.
It's above the text watcher, so this is going to go in. So it's value, and it's some kind of stupid, what is it called? Oh, it's a state, okay, text watcher. There it is, action state. And of course, I'm typing it like it's Java code, but it's really val action state equals that thing over there. And we can go with its default constructor. Okay, and then you probably didn't know this, David, but this actually has a default.
Okay.
By default, it does the right thing for production, but now we want to inject it, so we're going to put in our action state here. Cool. Now, we have to do some changes. Do you know how to implement a spy on action state so that it will spy on whether set is whichever one it was?
No, I don't know anything about the action state. Is that something that you've written in the
Yeah, it's
past?
hanging out. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out. Can I do a split screen in this IDE? Do you know?
Oh, what? In
Split
IDE?
screen. There. It's
Oh
not
my
the split
goodness.
the right way, though. I like to do left. Well, that's probably better. All right. So we're going to do some spying on something. Oops. The code we want to spy on is, it's up here. Text watcher. Okay. So up here is the code. The below part is the test. Yeah, there's my complaints about TDD. Okay, here, we commented this out. So you want to find out if line 32 and 34 were called. Can you do, it's a challenge. I'm challenging you. Can you
Yeah.
extend that, this thing right here to spy
Th-
when those interfaces are called, that it was called with true and then false.
No, I can't do that.
I don't believe you, David.
I'll
I
bet
don't
you
believe
could.
you.
I bet you could
You're
do
holding.
it.
You're
for
holding
me.
back again.
Okay, help me out.
All you guys with lots of
You're saying-
hair, you gotta hold. You're always holding back. That's why you have lots of hair.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So you're saying that somewhere I'm going to have to go and find
Right. Okay. Does that help?
this.
Wow.
No, I don't know what you
I just
did.
added a.
So,
Apparently, it's not.
I wasn't
What I'm doing
watching
isn't
very
making
well.
Kotlin happy. So how do I? Oh no, I'm on the wrong spot. That's why. Undo that. Why am I in the wrong spot? Is this the test? Yeah, that's not the right test. I got in the wrong spot. Here it is. Action state. Okay, cool. So this is the thing we want to create some implementation here that will spy on those interfaces. So if I do this, god dang, how do I do this? Is it override? Type mismatch. What's it mean? I gotta figure out how to do this extension. So it's a class called Action Watcher State, and
Oh, you want to
Yeah.
extend? Try to extend
isn't that a
keyword.
Java thing though?
You're going to. Well, it's a Swift thing, and Kotlin and Swift are very
So
similar.
if I write, I don't know where to write extend. Where does that?
Oh, well, I don't know what you're trying to extend. You're trying to
Action,
extend.
yes, I want to
this,
extend that.
Yeah, I think you would go extends ext. Is
Yep,
that how you spell
that's right.
extends? Maybe it's
I don't think
extension.
it has that keyword.
Oh,
I
it
don't know.
doesn't.
You keep going. I'm just projecting. Extension. You need extension. Might have to do
exten
ION. Extension. SION.
sion extension, and then the class name.
Huh. Yeah,
Right.
that's not working. So let's take a
not
look at a
there.
couple. I think we have code that extends something in here. So if we look at
Okay.
in here, I'm going to end up losing our spot, but I'll zoom up here. So it just does colon. Oops. It just does colon something. So maybe I didn't need to do colon something. I'm trying to do an anonymous declaration, and it may not work in Kotlin, but let's see.
Okay.
I remember reading a post about this, but I don't remember the results. If you can do this or not in Kotlin. Probably not. Okay. So I'm going to do a Google, because I just don't have any
Okay.
other. Okay, so Google Kotlin extend class anonymous. Because I don't want to go through the formalities of having a real name. I have an abstract something. Okay, maybe that's one of those will work. Ooh, not well formatted. So he creates something, he does a colon. Oh, now he's using. I don't think this is going to be what we want. New something, and then he just overrides it. This is kind of like what I did. I didn't use new, though. Maybe that's part of the problem. Oh, that's Java. That's why. Okay, and then they do declare something, and they do add mouse listener, object colon, mouse adapter, parentheses, brace, and then an override. So it looks like they use object colon something. Key listener equals object colon. Huh, is that the trick? Object colon? If the anonymous class is actually an implementation of a functional interface. I don't know what SAM means, but SAM conversions must be some way to simplify things. All right, let's try object colon.
Okay.
Or it says I could use just the name. I think that's what SAM conversion must be. Who knows? So if I just use the name, whoa, this is getting out there now. Key event. Maybe I'm not going to go there. That looks a little confusing. All right, object colon. Let's try that.
And this is syntax that's totally lost on me.
I'm guessing too, man. So object colon, and then we don't have the colon here. So we're extending object. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, action state, you're of type object, and I guess you're extending this thing that I'm going to tell you about right here, and I don't need this maybe? I don't know. Still not happy. You know, it does use the parenthesis. Val object equals something colon, object colon. Val something object colon. And it has the parentheses. So why is that complaining? Maybe I need to make something public.
Maybe you have to have something in there, like the override function.
That could be. Let me try this though. I think let's make it public. I don't know if it's, I don't know how they're in the same package and all that business. Now with that, do I need to hit save to get it to pay attention?
You never know.
It's not picking up my change. I remember we had to like just go do it the old-fashioned way by actually declaring a class, which is really annoying. This type is final. Oh, so it cannot be inherited from. Wow.
Who made that type
who the
final?
heck did that? Yeah. Like might be, is my superclass final? I don't see a final anywhere. So the reason why it's got a dot here, this is an outer class, this is an inner class. Just FYI on that. Maybe I need to make it public too. I'm gonna start
the inner
keep
class.
putting public on things until it works. Okay. And
all right, where's the inner class
right
definition?
Here, public class. You know what? This is gray though. That's not good. Why?
All the other publics are gray.
Oh, is it?
It's just a color.
Okay, so hit save again. Let's
do a build all. You might even have to kill the cached build directory. The clean, you might have to do a clean before you do a build.
Okay. That sounds a little serious just for trying to like friggin' do something with this. Okay, so okay, it's not working. Let's try a little bit of a dance here. SSN text watcher dot action state create one and extend it. Okay, finally got the red angry thing up there. All right, I'm going to add the override because that was one of the ideas. Oops, well, this might cause some problems too. Okay, those squigglies went away. These squigglies did not go away. This type is final. That's the key point. Why does it think it's make? Oh, I have to make it open? It says make something open.
Where do you see that? Make something
right here.
open. Oh, how about that? Make it open. Yeah, make it open.
Oh, is it because of the public constructor? I don't understand. So litigious. Make something open. All right, fine. Make the damn thing open. Public open class. What's that all about, man?
And the squiggles went
What's
away.
that?
Open for open for extension, closed for modification.
Open for business, closed to. I don't understand. I mean, I understand what you're talking about, but I don't know what's going on here. Anyways, we'll have to add that to our notes when we shut down the show to remember we have a question. We don't know what open. We discovered the word open, but we don't know what it's really for. All right, now finally we're getting to the point. Overriding. So the whole point is we want to spy, right? And which thing are we spying on?
I've lost the train of thought, so I got nothing.
I commented it out, so that's how we'll find it. Where are you at, you naughty commented out code? There it is. Adding dash. All right, cool. Whew. All right, public override. I don't know if I have to declare public, so I'm just going to override. Override the fun. Is. Help me here. Is adding. Okay, get is. Oops, it's not is. Get.
Set.
Yeah,
Get.
Okay. Oh, you're right. It's a set. You're right. Set is adding dash, and it's going to require a Boolean, but it's a state or sate, and I think it's capital Boolean, yeah, all that stuff. And all right, now I want to see some syntax cleanup here. What is up with, okay. I think I see, this might be, okay, in Java, I might have created a special case since I'm an inner class, and that might be what I'm tripping in against with this open stuff, because this is saying it's final, cannot be overridden. I mean, I can go so far as to go like, well, hey.
Open that one.
Yeah, set is adding.
Wow.
All right, set.
Because it's an inner class, everything is final.
Maybe, and maybe it shouldn't be an inner class, but right now, logically, it's outside of unit testing, its purpose is only within this class, so I'm kind of okay with that. I don't like having to do all this extra litigious stuff because that feels like I'm programming in Java again. Okay, well.
So now that you've overridden that, what do you want to do with that function?
Yeah, I want
to have a variable that is going to tell you whether or not you've called set.
Implement it for me, man.
Gosh, let me see.
All I need to do is write an assertion that says adding set is adding dashes was called true once and called false once. If you have a trick to give me the order dependency, that would be great too, because then I could be even more specific.
Oh my goodness. I don't even know what you're getting at. I'm having a problem naming the thing. So
Well, you got var in there. That's a good start.
Yeah, thing equals false. So I've got a Boolean here to tell me whether a Boolean is being set or not. Is
that's helpful?
Close? All right, I think I've got a proper Boolean there. And then inside this Boolean, regardless of what it does, if we set it, we're going to set thing to true.
That's,
Is that what you want?
maybe. Let's see what else you're going to do here. Because remember, it's calling set twice.
It's calling set
Yeah, well,
twice,
here, let me scroll. I'm gonna
multiple
pull the
times.
mouse a little bit here because you got to remember. I mean, you're on the right track. It's just that you need to. Okay, look, both of these lines are commented out. What are you gonna do so I can uncomment both of those lines? Or,
What am I going to do so that
yeah,
you
the
can
test should
uncomment
fail until
this?
both of those lines are back in there.
I got nothing.
Come on, man!
What
You're
am I
just
gonna
giving
do?
up too easy. I don't buy it.
I am okay. I'm giving up too easy. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, I'm giving up too easy. Okay. I'm gonna guess that
Boolean's
instead
just
of
not going to work.
setting-
Let me help you there.
Well, yeah,
Think of another
yeah.
way. You could
Okay.
count
I'm
how
gonna
many
set
times it
this
was
equal
called.
to,
You could record
0.
it into a
Yeah.
string. What was called?
Okay.
You could. I don't know what else.
And then I'm gonna do thing is equal to thing plus 1.
All right.
And then do I need to do anything with the adding dash? Do I need to do its
Adding
function?
dash. Sorry. What's this adding dash?
This is
Oh, adding dash. No.
don't
Do
I
you need to actually do the dash work? Probably should, if so
Yeah.
that the functionality works as expected. So yeah. Good point. Good.
Okay. So I don't know what can I call the other function?
Oh, can you super this one? I think you need to super it. Super
Yeah.
dot set is adding dash. I didn't even think of that. Good catch. Nice. And then pass along the deets.
The
Details.
I don't know what the details. Okay. The state. You mean the state?
Deets, bro.
I don't know.
What are the?
I don't know how to pass
You did
along
it.
what.
It did it for you. I don't know if you typed that or the IDE did it.
No, I didn't type that. Yeah, it typed that. What state? What is state? State of what? State of this
Like look at 32 and
inner
34.
class? Up here?
Yeah. One of those parameters. True and false, right?
True or false? Yeah.
So that's the state.
And it's being passed
I think you got
along?
it, man. Now write me an assertion.
I have no idea. Okay.
You got the
All
spy.
right, so here in this, you're saying I should be asserting
No,
something?
you're in that's a product code. You don't need to change that. You're trying to get a failing test case so you can turn that stuff on. So, but at line one beneath 160, you're going to find some place you can build an assertion. Yeah, keep going down. Wow, keep going down more. There it is. You can move those windows around if they're not working for you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So an assertion
You're gonna
is
go lower.
a-
So most of the code's there already. You did another thing in the arrange, and you passed in your action state. Now you got to do an assertion. Yeah. So that 181 is all bogus. So you're trying to put my hair out of fire, David. That was the goal of the show. It's like throw a blanket on my head. For goodness sake, David.
I'm gonna get some of those blankets.
Instead, you show up with like hairspray
so-
and a lighter. You're really letting it loose.
Okay, what am I going to assert here? I'm going to assert that what is that thing up there
action
above?
state.
How do I even get it to my?
Action state.
I can have action
Yeah,
state.
we'll probably rename it to something spy-worthy, but right now, action state.
Action state
Dot thing, and I don't know who came up with that name, but there you go,
Thing.
bro.
Thing is
Eat
a
your
good
dog food.
name.
Enjoy it.
Thing is a good name. Equals probably 2 equal signs.
You have to do a comma on this
handle
one unless
the-
you're going to do it assert true.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Expected in actuals.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I need a no. Expected is going to be 1.
Really?
Expect.
How many lines are commented out? How many set is being called?
Well, there's 2, but they're they're different things. So is adding dash is called once, twice is what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know why that 35 is
Okay.
there, the 32 is there, but that looks like twice to me.
All right. So is that proper?
Yeah, I think you got it. Believe it or not, I think that's right.
Quit typing. Quit typing.
You could
while
delete
you're
181 and all the comments above it that complain about my hair's on fire. Yeah. Okay.
ahead. And then
Let's
try
see if
to
that baby
this
runs.
thing.
See if that test fails. You better hope that test fails,
I
David.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to run that test because that runner thing over here is gone.
Oh, wow, you found it over there. Okay, I didn't expect that to work. Let's see here. Man, I just need a faster test runner. We're going to have to do a show maybe. I mean, seriously, maybe Roboelectric is going to, if the simulator's faster, maybe Roboelectric's slower than the simulator now. Oh, you got to fail a test. All right.
And you're thinking that's a good
Well-
thing. And right now I'm so lost in everything.
now-
Is a failed test
I
yellow?
know. What the hell? But that's what they did.
What? Okay. So the failed test, if I click on that thing, does it go to it?
Yeah, if you double click on that, it'll go to the assertion.
True for third number.
Goes to the assertion. Yeah.
I have no
178.
idea where my. Oh, that's where I am now. Okay.
What is it with you
Okay,
and the
so it
thing?
failed
Is
there?
that like you're doing comic book hero stuff now? Is that what, it's okay.
You want to
No,
refactor?
actually, I
something?
want to refactor something a little bit more, but because the trap is set, David. You're just gonna follow the trap. It'll snap shut, but you're gonna get places though. We're gonna get somewhere. So go back up to 32 and 33 and uncom 32 and yeah, put that code back in there. See if the tap passes. And I'm gonna call the shot. It'll pass. But then I'm gonna do something annoying, and then yeah, your
really?
spy's pretty good, but I think you could have done better.
Hey, I'm lucky I can even create a spy with a lot of prompting and help. So, thank
no
you for
problem.
the help.
And look, all the tests passed.
And
All
how
the
do I
tests
know?
passed, David.
I can't
Son of a gun.
tell. Okay. They all
Yes,
passed.
you did it.
Awesome.
You can do a dab now. Dab.
my
Come on,
spy
go do a
is
celebration. Then I'm gonna raise the bar again.
Okay.
Nice.
All right,
There we
raise
are.
the
All right,
bar.
yeah. Now let's raise the bar a little bit. Now, David, what if I did this? Will that unit test still pass or not?
Yes. The unit test will still pass, but unappropriate.
Yes. So do you have an idea how to solve that problem? Because you got the foundation there. It just needs a little bit more.
Okay, I gotta find where my action state thingy is set. And I don't know how to get there. How do I get there? Oh,
scroll up
maybe
to, I don't know. Yeah, that'll work. There you are. Good.
there we go. Okay. Action set thingy here is 0, and we're overriding. Is adding dash. Do you only want to set it when the Boolean is true?
I'm going to also comment out.
only wanna
I'm going to have the
count
same problem
when
with false.
true?
So those two states are important. They both need to happen in that.
Okay.
This is where order is really important, to be honest, too.
Okay. So, are you thinking if state equals true, then add 1? Is that what you're suggesting, or are you
I think I'm
wanting
just going to have to say it because this is going to be. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I
I
can't
think
think of
you
a
are.
trick here to. So the data structure isn't right. Using an integer got you this far. Good. You started with Boolean. That wasn't going to get you anywhere, but you got the integer. That got you somewhere. And now we need a way to record what's that state on 161, and then later after the test execution, assert that true was called and then false was called.
Oh my goodness. And that they were called in a particular order. Wow. I don't know. Do you want to use a string and then put some symbols in there? Is that what you're wanting to do?
Yeah.
That seems so bizarre that you would want to do that.
You don't need thing anymore. You can just get rid of thing or change thing to a string if you really love thing. And then everybody watching the show should come in and complain to David and give him like a list of 50 other names he could have used.
Okay, you touched your keyboard because I can't type an equal sign.
I did not even think about touching my keyboard. Flag? No, you can just... What, you can't type equals now? Yeah, got to go find that button. I didn't do anything. Oh, it worked. So it was... You were...
No, I went and...
Oh, there you are.
Okay,
Yep.
so you're wanting me to get rid of that and down in here to set true if it's first hit true, and
Let me make it even easier for you.
Okay, make it easier.
What if you just did state.toString and appended it to the flag?
Flag.
Maybe I have to use plus. Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm not. It isn't happy with a pen. Maybe you have to do the plus.
What?
But
The plus? Is that a command?
no,
or
I mean the symbol.
symbol?
Yeah. I'm assuming that you can append somehow in Kotlin, and maybe that should work. Oh, damn it. Oh, it probably doesn't work because they're probably immutable strings, aren't they?
Strings are
Immutable.
yeah, but you have
That other thing out there, that string something something. Yeah, it's in there somewhere.
We
have a type we've been
plus any other string. Is that what you meant?
I don't know.
This
No, I just
method?
meant. Let me type it and then it'll be clear.
Yeah.
Apparently, I can't say it in words. I can do that, can I? But the problem is, name is going to be immutable, though. Isn't that true? So can I do this? Flag equals... I don't know if this makes sense. I feel like in Java you can't do this. You won't need that anymore. Let's see. But the problem is you're initializing it here. So what is it going to say? Is it going to say you can't do that, you silly man? Replaceable with operator assignment. What does that mean? Oh, okay.
Plus equals. Oh.
All right.
Okay, so there you got it. It's going to replace the old flag and throw it away and then have a new flag, right?
It should be just making the string longer. Like if you call this 8 times, it'll have the state written in there 8 times.
Yeah, right. I'm talking about the immutability of the string.
Oh, the immutability of the string. Oh.
The flag is immutable, but when you add to it, we throw the old one away and create a new one with the new
And that's okay. We're not worried about performance in this matter. At least I don't think we are. Otherwise, we have to use our other data structure.
So now we're recording what's in there. So now we're going
Speaking
back
of
to
names and flag, maybe you change this into a voice recorder because all spies have voice recorders. or just recorder. And then action state, you can name it like James Bond, and then James Bond dot voice recorder. I don't know. Anyways, it'd be more fun than action state and flag.
You're warping my brain, and I'm trying to get back to the context. Where is it that we were trying to do this?
You're done. You just got to
Where
change the
is
assertion
our
now.
assert?
Well,
Yeah, where is our assert?
It's back. Yeah, down there. Scroll. Keep going. Yeah, you were going the right way.
I don't know which
Go
way
down.
to scroll.
And then you should clean up, well, maybe some of those blink lines. Now that one, oops, too much. So line 178, that needs to change because you're not dealing with strings, you're not dealing with integers. So what do you expect, David? You got to call the shot. It's like a pool game. What's going to happen, baby? What's that string going to be?
I expect that string to be true and then false.
And you think that toString on true.toString will do that? T and F?
Will append?
Okay.
Yeah. I may be wrong, huh? Action state.
I'll bet you $1. It's lowercase true
Flag.
and lowercase false stuck together.
Oh, really? It's not going to be a T.
I don't
and
think
an
so.
F. Okay.
If we're
I
in
didn't think about
Fortran,
that.
maybe, but
Okay.
actually, Fortran wouldn't even have that.
You
It would be
think-
0 and 1. But
You think it's going to be TRUE and then FALSE.
but I'll be honest with you. There's possibly something else will happen in there because two strings.
It could be 1
Two
and
string
0.
well, no, I don't think it'll be that. But sometimes two string in Java will give you the class names instead of the useful content. So there's possible that Kotlin will play that old Java trick on us. But yeah, I think it's worth a shot. Let's see what happens.
Horrendously
Hey, can you get rid of
bad.
167 and 168? All that blank white space keeps confusing people. And then 165. And then 165. I'm just trying to help you out because you get in that file, then you go like, okay, where's everything? But now it's kind of tighter. Okay, yeah, let's see if the test runs. Oh, it's running.
It's running. I already hit the run button. It's running with spaces.
Did it pass?
Okay.
It passed.
I'm seeing
Son of a gun.
yes, it passed.
Can we test the test?
Let's test the test by going back up here, I think, and commenting these things out.
Actually,
Is that what
that's
you
too
wanna
strong.
do?
I would just change that one of those trues to false because we're going to be like really detail oriented here because that last change that you did was more about that.
About being able to distinguish truths from false.
Yeah, you got a pretty good spy.
It's getting to be a very worldly spy. Been around the circuit a few
And then the next
times.
show I'm going to show you how to kill the spy.
How to kill the
Yeah,
spy.
I don't.
All right,
I
it
think there's a-
failed.
Yeah, there we are.
Don't know where it failed.
So let's give it some good names and check this code in and call it a show, man.
Okay, you want to get rid of my
Yes,
bad names?
please.
Are you calling my names bad? Oh, okay.
Please, David,
Where-
please.
Where'd we go to? I lost the trail again. Where is
The test.
commented out code?
It's all fixed. It's not commented out anymore.
Oh no, it's not
Yeah.
commented out.
If you want to run the
that's why.
simulator and
Yeah.
double check, that's cool. If you want, but
Now that's I wanted to repair that. Okay, that's been repaired. Now I'm gonna get rid of this line. So we're doing true, false, and then you want a better name for my
can you delete
flag?
line
Is that what
32?
you're
Because I
saying?
think we also solved that. We resolved that hair on fire moment too. I mean, if you delete that, and then we still have another one down there, but we'll talk about that the next show. So we've covered most of it.
All right, I just did something and I'm not sure what happened because I got.
You can, it's all good. I think it's all good now. That one still needs to stay there because we didn't work on that one. And It's getting close to Miller time, so it's
All right. So we've got, I don't know, I think we got that one done.
yeah.
And what else did you
Hang on a
want to
second.
do?
I'm gonna move the mouse. I want to check out why my CPO is like, oh, it's OBS pop and zoom. All right, it's good to know. So I think we're just at the refactoring stage. Like, can we fix your variable names? If you do that quickly, maybe we have time to go clean out some of the other crap that's built up, like the interface that we're never using. I left the
Okay.
interface in there because I
What-
thought maybe we'd use it, but I'm now convinced that we'll never use it.
All right, so you don't like flag. What do you want to call it?
So you are doing what? You're recording, adding dashes. So I'd call it adding dash recorder. Yeah.
Adding dash recorder.
And then action state,
That's
come up with a spy name. And you could literally put spy on the
Spy
end,
action
or
state.
you could come up with a spy name.
action state. What is text watcher action state? I don't think you can do
Oh, nice.
007
Yeah, that
action
works.
State.
That's a name.
Action state 007.
Sure.
I didn't think you can put the 007 in the front. Is what I was
Right.
trying to do.
I don't think you can either. Not sure though. But, all right, cool. Is that done? That's a done thing.
I think that's
All right,
done.
cool. Let me drive a little bit. I'm going to
Yeah,
delete some
I'm gonna-
things that'll probably be.
I'm running the test
Smart
again. 'cause
person.
I made changes, and I make
I
typos
don't
all
know.
the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely. This is basically, folks, this is basically the smallest app you can have in Android, and it takes us long to run the unit test. This is just not good performance. Android Studio, please, man, we got things to do at this time. So we have one test that's ignored. We're going to leave that alone. I'm not even going to look at it. And I'm going to close this window so we can have a little bit bigger window. And then I want to clean up some things before we close the show. And if you can give me I think I can do it in definitely less than 5 minutes.
10 minutes.
Definitely less than 5 minutes. So I don't need these interfaces anymore because we're not ever going to use them. And if I take them out, I'm going to have to take them out of SSN Text Watcher, and I think that's the only place I have to do it. So I think I can do it in 5 minutes. So let me see if I can do it in 5 minutes. I'm going to take this out, SSN Text Watcher, and then I'm going to go there. Get me there. We stuck that interface in there to decouple us from the view layer, but we then discovered we could edit the editable directly, and we don't need to have the interface. Okay, that's gone. And then the thing that calls this is going to be in here. And action state. Where is my interface? SSN on view. Text Watcher doesn't have this, so just delete it. Wow, that's weird. All right, now let's see if we can get it compiling. I know my test isn't happy. It's not. Set SSN on field. Oh, because I have this over here.
There's the interface at the end
Yeah,
of the
I'm going to have to
line.
undo something. I don't think I should have deleted something in this piece. I think that's still a this. Yeah, that's still a this, but I don't need this in the interface. interface. Okay, now I gotta make my test happy. I have a red squiggly somewhere. All right, SSN Text Watcher. Let's see what this is. SSN Text Watcher is only take one thing, and that's the state. All right, so I guess I didn't want the this. Gotta go back to the right class though. Don't want the this. I don't understand that comment very well.
I deleted
Because it is a view. We don't, or we could do, we don't do TDD in this code because it is a view. We could say that. Okay. Or we can't. All right, so now it says red squiggly, but I don't see why. If I hit save, maybe? It's probably because there's some compiling that needs to be done. I know my unit test still needs to be fixed. Watcher. Watcher could be private. I don't care. Stop bothering me about that detail. All right, I think it's red squiggly. Oh, okay, it's my, yeah, my tests need to be updated now. All right, so I'm gonna get rid of all those interfacey things that were in here. So test, and fine. Okay, this goes away because it says text. Anything that says text interface is gonzo. And that's gonzo. And our tests are getting simpler. That's nice. Something I've been wanting to do for a few shows, but I also just wanted to wait and see in case we changed our mind again and shifted back to needing that interface. Oh, there it is. And yeah, it's just as important to delete code as it is to write code. Less code I have to look at later. And here. Cool. All right.
Good
Let's see
job.
if everything still runs swimmingly. Chug, chug, chug. While that's chugging, maybe we can think about what we learned today. There was some.
Oh, did we learn anything?
Yeah.
Well, we added a spy
Yes.
to spy on flags and to make sure flags happened in a proper order.
Soon. We're wrapping up. Spy. Okay, that solved our problem there. There was something we learned at the very beginning, and I don't remember what it was now. I said, oh yeah, we should add that to our notes. And, oh,
We should have done
we
it
remembered,
then.
well, we did, I learned about, we learned about privates, like private can add private to the, what is it called? The
The parameter name.
but it's to the class
yeah.
initializer?
It's no, it's in the class declaration. In the class declaration, you can have a private parameter name.
So you don't get public properties.
Yeah.
And that actually we got rid of more
yeah,
code with
that
that
was-
because you were like saying like, Lance, what's all this code? And he's like, put a private in there, and it actually worked.
Okay. All right.
We did learn how to put my hair out of fire, and
We got some tests going
Yeah.
there.
and
Okay. Are we done yet?
we are. I think we're getting there.
Can we get a social security
We
number?
we can, but it's not going to have all the. We don't have the functionality to do all the dashes yet. Let's fire this baby up though. Make sure it works before we have a mass exodus here. But yeah, I think it's what we learned. We did something with, the Stack Overflow thing worked out all right. Wow. Okay, it's launched. Or launching. No, that's progressive tense. What's going on here? Get me in here. Whoops. All right.
It's almost launched.
As pegged out as my computer is right now, I'm not shocked it's...
Yeah.
It's not... Wow. Interesting. All right, cool. So we do 1, 2, 3. And then we can hit delete. Perfect. If I put the 3 there, it even puts it back. We don't really have a test for that scenario. It just works.
Can you do delete?
Oh, like that much?
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. Nice.
Still works.
I was afraid we'd do something wrong.
Yeah, I know we haven't written any tests for those scenarios, but anyways, that's pretty cool. It's getting there. We just had to learn stuff.
Okay.
I don't know why that is, but hey, apparently you can't.
You gotta learn a lot.
You can't tell a
of stuff.
computer what to do till you know how to tell a computer what to do.
All right.
All right, I guess I could write that down.
Well, I guess that's out of here.
Can't tell a computer what to do until you learn how to tell the computer what to do. I think we already knew that, but
Famous last words. You better put that in quotes.
okay.
And take
put an
attribution
anon
for
on it.
that.
QAnon. We call it
Yeah.
QAnon. And
That's dangerous. All right.
well, all right, man. That's it. But yeah.
Next week.